I'm Chris, 20 years in healthcare, the last decade working with cloud and AI. I'm the healthcare architect. This is where healthcare meets practical technology. Today we are confronting a paradox. Healthcare organizations are projected to invest $3.7 billion this year on artificial intelligence. But for the vast majority, that investment is yielding zero return. The pilots run, the demos dazzle, but the systems fail to scale. The pitch is transformation. The reality is that nothing changes. This isn't a failure of vision or even of technology. It's a failure of infrastructure. Let's quantify the problem. Gartner estimates that by 2025, nearly 30% of all AI projects will be abandoned or fail to deliver value. Not because the models don't work, but because of implementation challenges, data readiness, and no clear path to scale. That's the anchor number. For every 4 AI initiatives you fund, 3 are dead on arrival in the real world of patient care. So why does this keep happening? The conventional wisdom is that the barrier is your people. Clinicians resist change. They don't trust a black box. And yes, change management matters, but it's not the primary blocker. The primary blocker is that you're asking them to adopt a technology that isn't built for their workflow. The adaptation challenge is platform engineering. When a sepsis prediction model requires a nurse to log into a separate portal, you've already lost. When a prior auth automation can't pull data from your scheduling system, it creates more work, not less. Missing deployment infrastructure, the APIs, the single sign-on, the contextual launch points, is what turns potential into friction. AI without infrastructure is like a jet with no turbines. It has the frame and the fuel, but nothing to propel it off the ground. For healthcare, this isn't just an engineering problem. It's an existential risk. Deploying AI without enterprise-grade compliance infrastructure isn't a shortcut. It's a liability that could threaten the organization itself. Picture a prior authorization denial that gets appealed, or an adverse event following a treatment suggestion. Can you prove with an immutable record exactly what data the model saw, what version of the algorithm ran, and what the clinician did next? If the answer is no, you have no defense. Governance isn't a feature you add later. It has to be the foundational layer, baked in, not bolted on. Governance isn't just a shield, it's a speedometer. When compliance is automated via policy as code, you remove the manual security reviews that currently bottleneck every new AI initiative. You move faster because you're more compliant, not despite it. Policy as code and automated audit logging would turn a risky experiment into a managed asset. That's the difference between a pilot program and an enterprise capability. The imperative is clear, but this isn't a software purchase, it's a strategic initiative with a defined window. Organizations that build their platform foundations in the next 12 to 24 months will capture the value. Those that don't will keep funding the same failed pilots year after year. This is a staged architecture. Month 0 is not buying GPUs. It's defining your AI governance council, selecting your policy as code framework, and auditing your data assets for readiness. The next phase is building the bedrock, a secure API layer connected to your EHR, your identity management, and your data lake. Only then do you take your most promising pilot and scale it on this new platform. That sequence is what de-risks the whole endeavor. And this brings us to the question that actually gets budgets approved. What's the return? The ROI isn't in the pilot. It's in the marginal cost of the 2nd, 10th, and 50th deployment. The evidence is compelling. A peer-reviewed study in the Journal of the American College of Radiology found a 451% ROI over 5 years for AI in radiology workflows. When factoring in clinician time savings, that figure jumps to nearly 800%. Industry reports show even higher returns for revenue cycle use cases, 600% or more in the first year alone. And health systems like Common Spirit are reporting $100 million in annual savings from scaled AI deployments. The business case isn't for one AI project. It's for the capability to run 50. Here's where I land. The next 2 years will separate the organizations that figured this out from the ones still running pilots. The move right now is to pause and prepare. Pause the procurement of the next point solution AI model. Pause the next pilot contract. Build the foundation first. Before you approve another pilot, demand an answer to one question. What platform will this deploy on? If the answer is, we'll figure it out, you already know where you stand. The path forward isn't more experiments, it's intentional architecture. Build the runway. The planes, the AI models, are coming whether you're ready or not. The $3.7 billion question is whether you'll be cleared for takeoff or stuck on the tarmac watching everyone else go. I'm Chris, the healthcare architect. Until next time, build strategically and with intention.